So once again, starting from the beginning. So
Yes.
SAP FI module is basically classified into four sub modules or divided into four sub modules. That is
Yes.
GL, accounts receivable, accounts payable, and
Table.
asset accounting.
Yes.
So SAP General Ledger Accounting or Global Settings covers all the basic topics about the FI part.
Yes.
What are the basic configuration that system requires will be covered in the FIGL part. Okay.
GL. Okay.
So these are the 26 steps that I have like classified. Uh,
Yes.
these 26 steps will be configured throughout this topic GL account global settings. So
Yes.
first once we'll go through all the points once. I'll just go through all these points. So
Yes.
first define a company. So this in brackets are called T codes. Through part you can reach out for defined company, and through
Or
T code also you can like configure. There
yes.
are both two ways. One is through T code and one is through path,
Yes.
the IMG path which I ever told you.
Yes. I'm Chipa.
So first we'll start off with defining a company. So after defining a company, we will define a company code. So
Yes.
first, what is a company? Company is an organization unit.
Organization. Yes.
So SAP will be given as a bulk. So
Yes.
what you will do is you will configure whatever your requirement is. Accordingly, you will configure the system, that is the
Yes.
software. So firstly, to start the configuration, there should be a company or a company code configured. So
Yes.
first we'll define a company. So defining company is not mandatory, but
Hmm.
company means it is a group.
Group.
Yeah, group which holds sub company codes. That is,
Sub company codes.
yeah, like Reliance is a group, and Reliance
Yes.
holds Reliance Gas, Reliance Petroleum.
Petroleum.
So
Reliance
such way,
Trends.
yeah, Reliance
Yes.
Trends. These are called as a company codes. So
Company
in
codes.
SAP, group is called as a company,
Company.
and the under
Subgroup.
the group, whatever the sub companies are there, those are called as company
Company code.
codes.
Code. Code.
So first initially we'll configure a company, and then we will go for company code. So
Yes.
why we need to configure company and company code? For extracting financial statements.
Financial statement.
So for financial statement extractions, we will be configuring company. So after configuring
Yes.
company and company code, what you will do is you link this company and company code together. So saying that this company code belongs to this company. So that link will be
Yes.
established in the third step.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we will define a business area. What is a
Area.
business area? Business area is again a lower organization unit than the company code. So
Yes.
something which is lower than the company code. So business area can be classified as a geographical locations or branches,
Hmm.
यूज कर रहे
not zones.
भैया
So hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
So business areas can be at geographical locations
Yes.
or branches. So what is this geographical locations in the sense like north zone, south zone?
North zone, south zone.
So that way you can configure a business area, or you can configure the branches of the company code
हमने इधर ही
also
Hmm.
चाहे
as a business area.
मैं साढ़े सात बजे
Okay.
साढ़े सात
And business area, you will not be assigning it to any company code. So what
Yeah.
happens is it is free to use for any company code. That is, you can
Okay.
use it with company code 1, company code 2,
For
company
two.
code 3 at same time. And then we will go for the creation of a chart of account. What is a
Yes.
chart of account? Chart of account, it it is a
Settings. Configuration settings.
Yeah, configuration settings of your GL.
GL.
So what, how much length GL accounts you want to choose. So
Okay.
such what is the language, and such settings you will be maintaining in the chart of accounts.
Yes.
So we'll have basically three chart of accounts, that is primary and group chart of account and a country specific chart of account. Okay.
Okay.
So primary chart of account or operational chart of account also it is called as, which is
Okay.
used for posting day to day transactions.
Transactions.
Yeah, and group chart of account it is used for consolidated reporting, or you
Okay.
want to maintain a parallel uh, books, that is you want to maintain a parallel accounts, that is
Okay.
for three company codes together you want to maintain another one GL, that is say you will have salary expenses in company code 1 2 3, and
Okay.
as a gross you want to maintain one more GL account. So
Yes.
that functionality is possible with this group chart of account.
Okay.
And coming to country specific chart of account, it is maintained for a country specific reporting purpose like taxes or any management reporting. So
Okay.
accordingly they will do country specific chart of account configuration,
Okay.
and then we'll assign this chart of account to a company code, saying this chart of account settings belongs to this company code, and then we'll go for defining an account groups.
Okay.
So what is an account groups? Account groups is nothing but classification of your GL accounts. So you here in account groups you will classify your GL accounts
Yes.
like share capital. You'll
Or
share capital as one account group.
in that kind
Debtors.
of preference shares, debentures, everything.
So all those types of shares will come under account group share capital. So in the
Yes.
same way, debtors, creditors, like that you will be creating a classification of your GL accounts. What type of GL accounts you are going to maintain. So you will be grouping them in account
Yes.
groups, and not only grouping them, you will also give a number range for the GL account. So normally when you are posting an entry, what you will do, purchase account to cash, like that you
Yes.
will write. So in SAP what you will do is you will give a account number, or you
Yes.
can
Account
give
number.
an alphanumerical also. That account number is not mandatory that it should be alphabetical or a numerical, it can be anything, alpha or
Anything
numerical.
numeric.
Mostly alphabetically they will be using GL account numbers. So that what happens is it will be easy
Yes.
for you to understand. So that's why they will be using now a numerical form only. So here in account group you will assign a number range limit also for the GL accounts classification, that is say for share capital I will be giving a range from like 10,001 to 10,100. So in that range you can create 100 GL accounts relating to share capital, let it be a preference share or equity share, whatever it is, you can create up to 100 GL accounts
Yes.
after assigning the number ranges. And not only that, you can also hold the field status of the GL account master data. So for after creating account
Yes.
groups, you will be creating the GL, like I said, purchase account. Now purchase account means it requires some configuration. What is this purchase account? What should be its settings? How should it functionality be? Those settings will be in the GL account master data. So
Yes.
this you will be understanding when I'll be going more into the
Practical.
system. Yeah, in practical you will understand, because it's completely 26 steps. So everything will be linked with each other.
Yes.
So this now this chart of account, this account groups is linked with the somewhere called which step, creation of general ledger. So 21 step and this chart
Five
of
steps.
account field status is linked. So when I'll give you this 21 step configuration, that time you will understand what I'm telling about this field status and how this get linked. So those
Okay.
linking will be there in this. So that's why you might not understand initially, but going further you will be getting a clear picture of it.
Okay.
So chart of what basically chart of account does is sorry, account group does is it classifies your GL account, it holds the number ranges of your GL account, and it controls the field status of
Field
the
status of master data.
master data. So these three functionalities account group has. And then coming to the retained earnings account. What is a retained earnings account? So every for P&L account, you will have a profit and loss. That is profit and loss. Whatever you will get, it should be transferred to the balance sheet.
Yes.
Under reserves and surplus, you will be keeping either profit or loss. You will transfer it under reserves and surplus. So for
Yes.
this transferring purpose, SAP has given a retained earnings account. That is, you will initially declare a GL account number saying this is my profit and loss account. Whatever the profit or loss will be posted to this account, and system automatically carries it to the balance sheet. So for that purpose, you will be declaring one GL account saying this is the retained earnings account, and whatever my profit and loss will be there should be posted to profit or loss, whatever it is should be posted to this account, and this account will be directly carry forward with the balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
So maintaining fiscal year variant. Now for posting purpose, the system should understand your calendar, your business calendar.
Calendar year. Calendar year.
So your business calendar is nothing but the fiscal year in the system.
Physical.
Yeah, your business calendar is nothing but your fiscal year. Business calendar means in India it starts from
April 1st to 31st March.
March. Yes. So accordingly, in different countries there will be different start dates. That is, in US that side they'll have from Jan, and
Yes.
in Arab in not only in Arab, some business will be in seasonal businesses. It will run
Yes.
only for 6 months, and other
Okay.
6 months it will be off. So for that you will have only a shortened fiscal year. So only for that 6 months you will be configuring your fiscal year. So those are
Yes.
called shortened fiscal years.
Yes.
Uh, so those settings will be maintained in fiscal year, and then again you will assign this fiscal year to the company code.
Okay.
Then posting period winner. Now you have you have configured your business calendar. Now this is how my first period starts from March, and sorry, my first period starts from April and ends in March. So for
Yes.
this, now you want to make a postings. So what I'll do is when I'm in the April, that is in first period, I don't
Yes.
want my users to post anything other than any date other than this April date. So for restricting these posting periods, that is by through this posting period variant, what I can do is I can close the posting periods whichever I don't want the user to post.
Okay.
So you can open or close a period from making posting through
Okay.
this posting period variants. And a document type is like what you are going to post. Now what is a document type? It uh, when you see a document you will understand what type of transaction you are going to maintain, and that is you are going to document types will like identify what type of transaction you are going to make, and through document type you can also configure what type of accounts should be allowed in that
Okay.
document. And it also holds the number ranges when you are posting a document in the system. That is, when you are posting an entry, there will be a document generated. That is,
Yes.
when you are posting something, a track will be maintained in the system with the document numbers.
Yes.
So that document numbers will also come through this document type settings only. Define field status variant. So field status variant, as I said, when you are posting, you are entering something. So what fields should be available for you to enter and what should not be available to be entered. As I told you,
Yes.
SAP will give you lot of
Uh,
functionalities, and in that
yes.
you will take whatever is required for you. So in
We
same,
require that.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So in the same way, field status also, we will do same thing in field status. We will take whatever the fields required and we will suppress or we will make optional entries or we will make required entries, so that these three things we can do: optional, required, and suppressing. Optional means it will be open for entering, and if it will be if you mark it as a required entry, what happens is that field becomes a required entry and system will not allow you to go further without filling that field.
Yes.
And
It's a kind
suppressing
of
is,
mandatory kind of
yeah, yeah,
starter.
yeah. Here it will be one like number will be,
Okay.
and suppresses like that field will be disappearing from the screen if you suppress a field.
Okay.
A tolerance group is like restricting something from posting, like from posting or whatever it is. Like tolerance group is where here it is saying GL account tolerance. So tolerance means it is it is restricting restricting the GL account from posting, not to post more than a certain amount. So if you want to
Okay.
restrict a GL account from
Hmm.
posting from not to post more than 10,000 rupees, so you can restrict to tolerance group. Or you don't want a GL account to have more discount than 1%, you can
Okay.
restrict it. Same way with the employee. Employee in the sense is a user, so you can give restriction for a user. A user cannot post more than 10,000. A user can should not post less than 1 crore. Like that, restrictions can be given through tolerance
Okay.
group. In
Tolerance
global
group.
parameters, what happens is together you can see few important settings of your business. That is your whatever you are configured. You can see in the global parameters, like what is the company you are using, what is the company code you are using, what are is the fiscal year you are using, what is the chart of account you are using. So such settings can be seen in one place.
Okay.
And then creation of a general ledger accounting will post a transaction, and I will show you how a transaction will be stored in the system and how to display it, and if you want to make changes, to what extent you can make changes.
Okay.
So this is all about GL GL account global settings, which is
Okay.
one part of SAP
SAP
submodules.
submodel, first model.
We will log on. This is the SAP logon pad.
Yes.
You click on logon. So client, username you click on. So this is the easy access screen, the initial screen when you log in. So as I told you, there will be two ways to approach in the system:
By path
by
or
path
एक
or
by code, TC code.
code, transaction code.
Yes, transaction code.
So we'll do few through path and few transaction code also. So I'll show you. So through path, to go through path also, you should use a transaction code called SPRO,
RO.
and you'll click on enter. Here you will find three options. In that you will click on SAP reference IMG button.
Okay.
Here this is the steps available for configure implementing SAP. Out of this you will configure according to your module. So our basic setting starts from this enterprise structure, definition. Under definition, financial accounting.
Financial
So
accounting
here you can
defined.
see few steps, out of which our first step is defining a company. So we'll execute it.
Okay.
Here you can see a new entry button. If you
Yes.
click on this new entry button, in this screen you can give any indicate.
Okay. So last time we have created BSNL company name and company code.
Yeah, yeah. So what we'll do is tell any company code which is what you should.
Uh, HTML,
Okay. HTML.
ML,
Okay. Full form of HTML is
hypertext,
hypertext.
hmm. Mailing, mailing limited.
Text mailing limited. Street.
In something.
Mailbox number
1 2 3 4 5 thing.
6. Postal code
5 like something. City Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Code
Country
EN,
is
IN,
IN.
IN and
Language
EN
is EN, which means English.
and currency INR.
So company, your company code currency is going to be INR.
Hmm.
Okay, and save.
So kind of control S is to save.
Yeah, yeah. Control S to save, or this button you
Okay.
can see on the cursor.
Okay.
So let us be. So this is how you have completed your first step,
First step.
defining a company code. Now we'll go for a second step, define company code.
Company code.
Back. So in the next step, it is define credit control area. So here you can say edit, copy, delete, check company code. We'll
Okay.
execute this. Edit company code button. Here you can see a new entry button.
New entry code. Oh yeah. HTML.
Okay. You can create anything. And say, for example, HTML is having a branch saying M. It is having a branch saying ML, which is mailing limited.
Okay.
ML city
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad country. Yeah. Currency INR language. Yeah. So again I'm trying to save. So here it is asking the detail company. What is the title? It is
So it's a
asking
company.
mailing limited. So I'm just pulling here required entry fields. So street again.
Metro.
House number. Hyderabad. Okay.
Okay.
Just click on enter after giving the required entries. Then again enter. The data is saved. So this
Shift.
way you have created a company and a company code. Now you have to link my company with the company code. So here we will use this
Yes.
transaction code. I'll show you how. So whenever you are in between any transaction, you need to use hash and prefix before typing any transaction, since you are in the middle of a transaction.
Okay.
Only through easy access screen you can give directory code. If
Directly.
otherwise, if you are in between of any transaction, you want to terminate that transaction and start a new transaction, you should use hash and command or prefix, that is hash and prefix before any T code. If you want to keep the current transaction as it is and you want to open a new window with the new transaction, then you need to use hash O.
Okay.
So here we'll be using hash and
And
OX16. Hash and 16.
16.
So this will directly take me to that screen.
Okay.
So here this position button will help you find out your company code. So what was our company code? ML
HTML, ML. Oh,
and HTML was our company.
company.
Same. So this way you have linked your company with the company code.
Company code.
Hmm?
Yes.
And then we'll define a business area. I will follow this one only because if there will be any errors we can identify.
Yes.
Defining a business. So here you can see Reliance is a group which is called as company. Then under that Reliance Hyderabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bangalore. So I'm using this same Hyderabad for all the company codes, same Bangalore for all the company codes. So that's how
Okay.
business area for this OX03 is the T code. 03.
03.
So again click on new entry. So say MLH. Okay.
Hyderabad. Mailing Limited, Hyderabad.
ML Hyderabad branch. Okay. This is how you create a business area, and we are not assigning business area to any company code because it will be free to use for any company code.
Yes.
Then creation of chart of account will be 13.
Chart of accounts.
So again here you will click on new entry. So I'll use same as company code name so that it will be easy for us to identify what is our chart of account.
Okay.
MLCA. I'll give name as first business. And see maintain language English. What you want the length of the how much big you want a GL number to be.
6 series.
So controlling area integration manual creation group chart of account. So normally like how you have created this chart of account, you will create group chart of account also in the same way, one chart of account, and you will assign the group that chart of account here. Then it will become a group. It will become a group chart of account.
Okay.
So they'll ask how you will create a group chart of account or where you will assign a group chart of account. Then you should say that it will be created as a normal chart of account only, but we will assign the chart of account in the primary chart of account under group chart of account field.
Okay.
So that will come. Now assigning this to a company code. I'm assigning my chart of account to a company code. So my chart of account is MLCA.
CA.
So just like a search button, position is nothing to do. So search button.
Search button.
Keep this in this name. It's not there. In the position button, I have found ML. For this, I am assigning my chart of account
MLCA.
MLC. Okay, enter, save. For save, you can use Ctrl S or this save button.
This. Okay.
So now you have configured your chart of account also. Then we will go for a defining account group under T OBD4. Again, new entry. What I'm doing is I'm just copying down this. So I have classified my GL accounts like this: share capital,
1 lakh to 1 lakh.
yeah, reserves and surplus, accumulated depreciation, secured loans, unsecured loans, current liabilities. So these numbers, whenever I create a share capital, I can use any number that is I will have 100 digits, that is 100 GL accounts can be created when I create anything related to share capital, that
Share
is
capital.
preference share one account, equity share one account, like that I can create. So my chart of account is MLCA. So account groups will be assigned to your chart of account, and chart of account will be linked with your company code. Okay.
Okay.
So indirectly your chart of account is holding the number GL accounts
Yes.
settings.
Can't we copy paste everything?
No, it's
Okay, need to enter manually.
yeah.
Okay.
What you do is in the notes I have given there itself you change it and then copy paste. So for my MLCA I have created this many number of
Accounts.
groups. So now I am ready to create a GL accounts, but before that I need fiscal year, posting period, document types, settings, and field status settings.
Okay.
So with this we have completed configuring our account group. So what we have
Account.
done is we have classified our GL accounts saying share capital one group, reserves and surplus and all. And whatever what else account group does, it will hold the number ranges of your GL accounts.
Yes.
And what else it does? Third one, it holds the field
The
status.
field status of master data.
So if you double click on any account group and another screen opens. So
So,
here
in that subgroup.
So here in these groups you can see currency fit, you want to suppress it, required entry, optional entry, or just a display button. So what is this display? If you click on display, it will be like only for display. You cannot make any entry in it, but it will show as a display.
Okay.
That is, it will be blocked for entry.
Okay.
So this is how you can, like, everything is optional entry, so this will be available. Exchange rate difference, account management in existence, starting position, yeah, tolerance group, anything you can, if you want you can suppress anything. Okay,
Okay.
so if you click on any
Group of account.
Where it opens.
Document name. Account.
So these are
Harsha, I'm not hearing you.
if you want to make anything required entry or optional entry, you can make it here.
Okay.
So while creating GL account, I'll show you how that affects. And then coming to defining a retained earnings account. So we have three. So we will declare one GL account as retained earnings account. So our all the P&L account profit or loss finally will be transferred to that account, and that account will carry forward to our balance sheet. So normally where will our retained earnings account will be? Under reserves and surplus only,
Surplus.
under the head reserves and surplus. So we will create one GL account under this range as retained
Okay.
earnings account. So we will declare first one only has first GL account number only has our retained earnings account here, where
Okay.
in OB53. So hash ORN OB53 chart of account MLCA. So it asked which chart of account you want to use. I have given MLCA.
Yes.
So P&L account statement account type. So here what happens is, if you want, you can have two retained earnings account also. That is, you will be having two different retained earnings account. You will be transferring your balances to different profit and losses account. It depends upon your business requirement. So initially we will be like taking example of only one. So I will create saying X, and my retained earnings account is 1000100. Is not created yet. So just a warning message it has given saying that your account has been not yet created. Please create it still.
Okay.
So 100 100. Later when we are creating master data, that time we will create it. Okay.
Okay.
Then we are going to fiscal year 2029. Yellow color message indicates a warning message. Red color indicates an error message. You cannot go further with error message, but when you get a warning message, if you click on enter, it will ignore
Go.
that.
Okay.
So here you can see there are many fiscal years already been configured. So SAP
Okay.
given fiscal years are V1, V2, V3 like that. Few SAP given fiscal years will be there
Okay.
with K series, V series and all. So we will not configure anything extra, because whatever SAP has given will be fulfilling our requirements. So V3 is what SAP has given, which starts from March and ends at which starts from April and ends
April
at
to
March,
March.
with 4 special periods. Now what are these 4 special periods? So when you're closing a period, and you cannot make an entry once you have closed a period. So for example, in month end on 31st December, you have closed your period 31st December and started Jan new year. Now there will be few adjustment made by the auditor saying this should be this should not be coming here or there, like that he will give some suggestions. Now what you will do, you have to make those adjustment entries.
Okay.
So, say year end is March 31st. On 31st, you have submitted the audit reports and you got in April the audit reports. In that, your auditor has given some adjustment entries saying you have done something wrong, so you need to post those adjustment entries. Since your
Okay.
period is closed, now if you post anything, it will go in this next year, but
Okay.
that should be adjusted with the previous year only. So
Yes.
in that case, what happens is whenever you post anything, it will fall in the special periods, in these
Okay.
four special periods. So these special periods will be used.
Okay.
Here you can see, if you click on periods tab. So when you click on periods tab, it will display how your fiscal year is going to be. So my month 1, which is the calendar year, will have 31 days. Month 2 will have 29 days. Month 3 will have 31 days.
31 days.
So this is the calendar year, whatever
Yes.
this month and day. Now
Okay.
coming to our period, what is our exactly period? What is it? So here I have given April as my first period. So what I am saying to system is, though calendar year starts from 1, that is from January, I want April
Okay.
as my first period.
Period.
Yes. So same way, after April, May will become my second, third, fourth. So 9. Again, Jan will become my 10th period, Feb will become my 11th,
Okay.
minus 1. So what are these? We have told that my January is, according to my fiscal year, is it is 10th month.
10th month.
Okay, so now 2017 Jan is my 10th month.
Okay.
According to calendar, it is first month, but according to my fiscal year, it is a 10th month.
10th month.
So for world it is 2017, but as per my fiscal year, it is 2016 only.
16 only.
So what you are saying through year shift, it is saying though it is 2017, you treat it as minus 1, saying 2016 only. You are saying the system to treat it as 2016 only.
Okay.
So that's the reason why you are having minus 1.
Okay.
Then talking about year shift. Other than
V3.
this, nothing else in this fiscal year. So what we'll do is we will take V3 only, whatever SAP has given, and we
Okay.
will assign it in whatever the next step. So we will take V3, financial year V3. Here I have given how to change also. By copying V3, I have changed with A1. I have copied V3 and created A1.
Uh, this the screen you are using, which is black now, exactly now.
Now it is black.
Yes.
Now,
No, it is black only. When I using the SAP, it's getting highlighted.
okay, okay. Once. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
got.
see.
Yes.
Hmm. So, OB29. Hmm. So now in OB37, what you'll do is you'll link your fiscal year and your company code. Action OB37. So here again I'm using position button. Hey,
MLC.
ML is our company code. MLCA is our chart of account.
Shut up.
SN is our company code. So for this ML, I am assigning V3 as my fiscal year,
Physical year.
which starts from April and ends in March with
March.
special period. Control
Yes.
F, I am saving it. Okay. So now you have completed assigning your fiscal year also. Now coming to posting periods. OBBO. So first you what you'll do is first you'll create a posting period variant, then you will assign that posting period variant to a company code, and then you
Okay.
will configure opening and closing posting periods.
Okay.
Posting and opening and closing, that will be configured. So first we are creating a variant. So posting period ppml. Okay. Posting period for ml. Save. So I've created ppml as my posting period variant,
Okay.
and then OBBP. Through this OBBP code, we will assign my company code and my posting period variant.
Okay.
So this is how you will be configuring, and you are linking it to your company code. You are
Company
configuring
code.
and saying this
Linking
setting belongs to this company code.
this company.
Posting period variant ml. Save. Then we'll go to OB. So in OB52 here, you will specify your posting periods. So what is my posting period variant? ppml, posting period variant ml. So account type, for what account type you want to create this posting, that is you want to configure your opening and closing periods. So here you can see there are few options available. Plus means it is valid for all account types. If you use A, it will be valid only for asset accounting documents.
Okay.
So wherever an asset type is used, there only this will be applicable. This configuration will be applicable. If you select D, it will be applicable only for customer related postings. If you select
Okay.
A, only vendor related. If you select M, any material related. If you select S as GL, and V for contracting vendors. So now for our practice purpose, I am selecting plus, which will be valid for everything.
Every account.
Yes. So from account to account. So now it is saying, do you want to specify any specific GL accounts only? It is asking. No, I don't want to specify any GL account. It should be valid for every GL account. And my
Okay.
from period, from which period to which period you want to keep it as open. So I am giving as from period 1. Here is 2016. 2 period here, if you give 1, only period 1 will be open for posting.
Okay.
If I give 2, then 1 and 2 will be open. So and if I'll give here a from as 2, then only 2 period, that is April will be April my first one, and May will be open for posting. That is, if you want to record any transaction, you can record through posting date as May.
Okay.
So if you give posting date as May only, it will take posting. System will accept the posting, otherwise it will reject. So like that you will be controlling your posting periods. So now for our practice purpose, I am keeping from period as
1.
1 and 2 period as 12.
Okay. From 1 to 12.
12. So all the periods are open for posting. Special periods it is asking. Period 2 means special periods.
Okay.
So my special period starts from 13. So I have given 13 2016 to period 13 15 16 2016.
Okay. Three special periods.
So 13, 14, 15, 16. 13 is
16.
also counted as one number, no?
Yes.
So four special periods.
Okay. Four special periods.
It goes with your posting period variant. So coming to document type OBA7. You are able to understand it, right? Or you
Yes.
want me to stop?
No, I'm understanding.
Okay. So we are going to document type OBA7.
Yes, sir.
This one topic I will complete and then we can. So these are the document types. So as you can see, A means asset related postings, AB accounting documents, AE
Okay.
accounting documents, AF depreciation posting. So by looking at a document, you can understand what type of transaction you will be posting.
Okay.
So any cash receipts, CR, D7, D customer payments. If you are making DZ, if you are making any customer payments for customer, then if you are receiving a payment from customer, then you will use DZ document type.
Okay. Okay.
So how you are going to use all that you will understand when I'll make when I'll go to the step posting a transaction. That time you will understand how I'll use this document type. So now here you will through document types you will classify your business transaction. What type of business transaction you are going to make can be understood by viewing a document type. For your
Okay.
understanding, I'll just go into one document and show you how its configuration will be. So SA, I'm selecting SA. So this is how your configuration will be for document type. So this number range 01, for number range 01. This 01 is nothing but a number range key. So as I told you, whenever you post a transaction, it will be saved in the system and that will be called as document,
Okay.
and that document will have numbers. So those numbers will be derived from this number range key, whatever the number range interval you give. Like for GL account groups you have given number ranges,
Yes.
from the number range only your GL account will be derived. So in the same way your document number will be derived from this number range key assignment only. For this number range key, whatever the number range limit you will assign, that number will only display when you post a document. Document numbers will be displayed through this only,
This only. Okay.
through 01. So 01 number range key, whatever the for 01 number range key, whatever the number range you will give, so those numbers will be displayed when you are creating a document.
Okay.
So under this you can see an accounts allowed, account type allowed. So in SA document type you can post any document, any transaction related to asset, customer, vendor, material,
Material.
GL.
GLX.
So
Okay.
now if I deselect a vendor and I'll save, if I save, what happens is using a SA document type you cannot post anything related to vendors.
Vendor. Okay.
If you are making a payment to vendor, in that case vendor will be one line item, so you
O-
cannot use an SA document type in that
Okay.
case. So these allowed account types will control what type of transaction can be allowed for a document.
Okay.
Other than that, in under control data tab you can see net discount type, customer vendor check, customer or vendor check, negative postings, whether a negative posting should be permitted for the document, or whether intercompany posting shall be permitted for this document. Hmm. So all
Okay.
such settings can be done in document type. What is the exchange rate that you want to use, default exchange rate if you want to use, that can be assigned. You can see
Okay.
here. Now when you click on this number range info, it will take you to number range screen. So though documents are not at the company code level, that is document type can be used by any company code, because you are not assigning a document type to any company code. So that will be available for all the company codes for making posting. But this number range key, for number range key, whatever the number range you will assign, that will be limited for a company code.
Okay.
Say ML, I'm using ML and clicking on change interval. So here under number NO, you will give the number range key. For SA, what was the number range key? 01.
0.
So you will give 01. Here 2016, my number starts from 1000 to 1099. Say I have given 99 documents can be posted, or we will give some extra 10,000. Okay, 10,000. So 1000 documents can be posted now. NR status shows what is the next available number, or how many documents have been posted. NR status
Next up.
shows how many documents have been posted for that number range key.
Okay.
If there will be any document posted, it will show in under NR status. If you have posted 10 documents using SA document type, then it will show as 10.
Okay.
And after that, it is there is an option called ext, external
External.
assignment. So if you tick mark this external assignment, what happens is system will not pick the document number automatically. System will ask you to give the document number, and that document number should fall under this from 1000 to 1000, from 10,000 to 10,999 numbers only. It should be in between these numbers.
Okay.
So we are deselecting this external checkbox because we want system only to pick whatever the next available number is there, that should be picked as document number.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we are keeping that.
Deselecting that.
With this we have completed document types also and number ranges.
Okay.
So document types will be available for all the company codes. Every company code can use the document type. They can make configurations for document type, but the number ranges will be limited for company code level. So for each company code, you will assign your own number ranges, document number ranges for a document number range key. For example, in the case of SA, you are using number range key 01, and for that 01 you will assign a number range. So whenever you post a document, those document numbers will be derived from these number ranges only.
Okay.
So later in the next class we will deal about all this in the second half of the subject. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and it here today. What about this being status number? It will do in the next class.
Okay.
So you also practice. You have taken the access, right?
Yes, I got the access.
You start configuring 4 5 company codes. you'll
Okay.
understand something out of it.
Okay. Yeah.